Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Nobody Asks Chris. This is a place where I'll be giving my unwanted opinion on random topics such as movies, TV shows, music, and I'll also be updating you all on my hair journey with my locks. So today's first video is actually going to be about my locks and what led me to want to get them, how I went about getting them, and like my plan for them in the future. Let's get started. By the time this video uploads, I'll only have had them for like a week, a little over a week. I got them done July 15th. So by the time this uploads, it should be like a week and 3 days. Even though I only had them for like a little bit over a week when this uploads, I still have a lot to say on what my hair like was before getting locks, why I got them, and like my plans for them in the future. So that's what this video is going to be about. So, well, first, I guess, like, growing up, I never had long hair. My mom, she never wanted me to have, like, long hair. She liked when it was, like, low and kempt and everything. So, growing up, elementary to middle school, like, as soon as it got a little bit too high, we went straight to the barber shop and just cut it low. And like honestly, that was fine with me. I hated combing my hair, so like having lower hair was better for me. I want to say 8th, 9th grade, somewhere between there. I just wanted to like change it up a little bit. I didn't necessarily like want more hair, but I just didn't want like the leveled out haircut, low cut all the time. So I like started getting like bald fades, or like the sides would be like shaved low, like faded bald, and then like the top would still have hair on it. Still really low, so my mom would like approve of it, but yeah, so like she was okay with it as long as like the hair was still low, so I was fine with that. And then I tried to get waves multiple times with many varied results. Much of it was like not successful. Like the imprints were there, but they were never like really deep and like really like wow, like he's dipping, like it was never like that. And it was partly because like you have to consistently like brush your hair and like maintain it in order to get the real strong wave look. And I was kind of lazy. Sometimes I didn't want to do it, sometimes I did, and it was just a mess. But like, you know, I kept trying. I kept up that like bald fade with the waves on top attempt all throughout high school. Yeah, and it was like I just never changed it after that. That's what I got every 2-3 weeks when I went to the barber shop. Was that bald fade, waves on top look. So yeah, fast forward to my first year of college, which we've now completed. And I had a friend who she would be like, Christian, like I've never seen you I've never seen your hair grown out. Like you always get like, you know, the same haircut and everything. Like, have you ever grown out? And I'm like, you know, actually, like I've never had my hair grown out. Like it's always been low, and if it got too high, like it would just cut right off. So yeah. Then like she spent like the entire like school year trying to convince me, like, you know, grow your hair out. Like I wonder how it would look. Like, no one knows. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't. Like, you know, grow it out. And, like I would always be like no, immediately like shoot it down. Like no, my mom wouldn't approve of that. She likes when my hair is low, and you know what? I don't have any problems with it like this either. So I mean, I may as well let you know if it ain't fixed, right? I mean, oh my gosh, if it ain't broke, right? If it ain't fixed, oh lord. Yeah. And then fast forward to like early mid March of my first year of this year, and I was in the showers like 11:30 at night, and I was just like, you know what, I'm tired of this. Like I don't know, like something, I just had an epiphany. I was like, the waves obviously aren't working as well as I hope they would, but also I don't want to do the work to get them how I want them. So I was like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. So I get out the shower, and keep in mind it's like 11:30, almost 12 o'clock. And like I texted my friend who had been trying to convince me to grow my hair out, like, you know what if I just like grew my hair out? And I expected her to be asleep because she usually went to sleep around that time. So then by the time like I woke up in the morning, I could be like, hi, it was just a joke, like, you know, I'm gonna keep it like this, you know, it's all I've known basically. But her room was like, this is me and my roommate's room, and then her room was like the floor directly below us, and like within 5 minutes of sending the text, like she bolted to my room, and like I hear her knock on the door, and she's like, are you serious, like you're gonna grow your hair out? And I was like, dang, well I guess I gotta commit now. So then I messed up my hair, like it had grown out a little bit, like I needed a haircut, and that was partly why, because I just didn't want to get a haircut. So that was partly why I just didn't want to get waves anymore. and so I tried to, like, the wave imprints were still there and everything, so like I messed it up with my hair a little bit to try to get the wave pattern out. But because, you know, obviously I'd had them, like, been trying to do it for like a few years, like it would be hard to get out like right then and there, regardless of like how unsuccessful it was, there were still some waves. So yeah, and then like we took pictures of how it looked, and like we would try to stay updated each month it happened. And then I was also like, you know what, it's March, I have like 3 months to be here on campus away from my mom. Psych! If I don't like it grown out, I can cut it off and pretend it never happened, and she'll be none the wiser. If I do like it, you know, and I go home with it, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It's not about that right now. And then, surprise, coronavirus hit, and I had to go home in the next 2-3 weeks. And so I went to the barber shop before, like a few days before I left to come back home, and I didn't just to shape it up and everything, so when my mom saw it, it wouldn't be like out of control and like immediately shut it down and hate it, even though I had a feeling she wouldn't like it anyway. So I just, like, you know, got the lineup, got the bald fade part, but I didn't cut off the top. I just like left it as it was, and then I liked it a lot, but I was still nervous like what she would say when I got back. And then when she picked me up from the airport, surprisingly she liked it. She didn't hate it. So I was like, whoa, like she's never liked me with like grown out hair, but I guess because it was like had the still had the fade look, she was okay with it.
I see this as an absolute win.
And yeah, so and then quarantine started, and then, you know, we were in the house a lot, everything was shut down, and then I couldn't get a haircut from the barber, and it was like a matter of both the barber being closed and also if and when the barber was open. I didn't want to like expose myself needlessly to like anything all because of a haircut. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here. And then my hair started like really growing out, like not long, like, you know, it was like it's been, I thought like it was huge for me because it was like the longest I've ever seen my hair. Like every week and every month I'd be like, whoa, like longer hair. It wasn't this long, but like longer hair. So then I was like, but then I remember, and then it hit me that because I had this longer hair, I would have to comb it consistently if I wanted it to be healthy anyway. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to go back to combing my hair. So like I would go like days, maybe like weeks without combing my hair, and then it was like, and when I would run my fingers through it, it just gets stuck. And like I would put like oils and stuff in it, but I mean, like putting oils and like finger combing is not the same as like actively combing it. And so I would like dread having to do that, and I was just like, okay, I can't. I don't want low hair. I don't want to have to comb out high hair. What do I do? What do I do? And then I had the idea of getting locks, and I was just like, whoa, like what if I locked up my hair? Like, wouldn't that be crazy? That would shake the tables a little bit, right? And then so like one Saturday, I like literally spent an entire Saturday on YouTube like watching lock videos, people, the different types of locks that there are, like how to start locks, products people use, like how long it would take for locks like to grow to a certain length that you wanted, do's and don'ts when you wash it, when you retwist. Like I consumed so many videos in that one day, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm feeling this, like this is something I can do. It'll take work, but I can do it. I felt like it would be a lot less, like it would be work to maintain, but it'd be a lot less, it'd be a lot, what's the word I'm looking for? What word am I looking for, guys? Anyway, me having to maintain my locks as opposed to like my long hair or short hair, I felt like would be a lot less work. And even if there was work, I would enjoy it more. I don't know. That's just what I got from watching the videos and everything. So then, yeah, after a few days of like watching more and more of them, like making sure I had all the facts that I needed to like say like, okay, after looking at this, the pros and cons and everything I'm gonna need to do, I want these. So I went to my mom and was like, you know what, hey, what if I locked up my hair? And flat out no, which I expected.
Do I look like I got? Because I don't. It's alright. That's not. Because it's not right.
And like her reasoning was because, you know, as a black man in society, people are gonna, and they see you like wearing locks, like people are gonna judge you because of your locks and everything. which is, it's not wrong. I mean, that does happen. We have seen that in the media where people have been, you know, fired because of their hairstyles and everything. So like, it wasn't wrong for her to say that. However, I felt like, you know, when you're black, you get judged anyway, and like, no amount of like, oh, maybe if I keep my hair low, maybe if I do this, that, and that, and that, maybe they'll love me and finally accept me. Like, that's not how it works. Like, if you're racist, I mean, if people are racist, they're going to judge you either way. You could be like the best behaved person in the world, and as long as you're black, they'll hate you. So it's like, if I'm going to be seen that way, I may as well wear the hairstyle that I want and enjoy myself while they're doing whatever they're doing and feeling whatever they're feeling. So that was like how I felt. So I just kept watching the videos anyway and was like, you know what, yeah, like I'm gonna get these. And so the goal was to try to get my mom to do them for me, because I have a little sister, and my little sister grew up with my mom doing her hair, so I knew she knew how to do hair. And my mom also has locks. My mom has had them for 5 years now. So I know she would know how to twist them, how to part my hair, how to make sure that when she does it, she's doing it properly. So yeah, but like, you know, like I said, like, she didn't want me to get them, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it myself. So then I started ordering products that I saw in videos, like, not all products. I would order things that were like mentioned consistently through many videos. So one of the things that I got was this locking firm max gel, and then this is for when you start your locks. Oh, sorry, there were many types of like locks, so I did like, my goal was to do the twists. So I would like twist out my hair and then just leave it alone, like just part and do individual twists and everything, and then they will lock up. So like this, I had planned to use when I twist out my hair, and I put this on the strands of hair that I twisted. That way the twist would hold firm. So I ordered that. I ordered this tea tree mint scalp treatment. This was for when my scalp was itching and I needed, because I wash my hair like once a week, so when my scalp was itching in between, then I would like put it on my scalp and run it through my scalp when my hair was out, like grown out. So that's what I would use. And then I ordered like this coil, like this comb. That way, like, you can like grab a strand of hair and like twist it out, and then boom, like you have your starter lock. And then so those were like, did I say that? Was that it? I think that was it. Yeah, that was all I ordered, because like I didn't want to like go over heavy with the products and just like buy too many things that I didn't quite need. So yeah, and then plus my mom also had like oils and stuff for hair that she had used for her hair, because like I said, she has locks herself. So yeah, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And so like so I realized like I'm gonna do this no matter what in like mid-May, but I kept procrastinating. I kept pushing it back. Like, okay, maybe when my hair is longer, maybe when maybe my mom will finally come around. Maybe like I kept pushing it back. Like last week, July 15th, I was just like, you know what, like, Christian, you're stalling. If your mom's not gonna do it for you, just like do it yourself.
Just do it!
So like I got in the shower, got out the shower, finally combed out my hair, and that was like the worst thing ever. And yeah, then I was like so tired after combing it out, but I was like, you know what, push through, you gotta do it. So I started parting my hair, but they kept like falling. So I have Disney Plus, like I put on That's So Raven, and I was like, okay, like I'll have Raven entertain me while I do this. So then my parts like kept coming together, like no matter how much I pulled them apart, like my hair wouldn't stay. Like I used like clips and stuff, but like it wasn't working. I don't know, I wasn't doing it right, but I was like, you know what, whatever, okay, so I'm change of plans. I'll leave it how it is and just part as I go. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I also started from the front, because you know people usually when you get your hair done like with braids or anything, like it starts from the back and works your way up. I was like, I can't see the back, so I'm gonna start from the front. So like I had like a hand mirror on a desk in front of me, and I just like parted my hair in sections, and I got the interlock gel, and I got my comb, and I just like parted like bit by bit, twist, part, twist, part, twist. It took me I want to say 2 hours to do like four like small, and they were small too, like 4 small twists. And I was struggling, but I was like, I'm gonna get through this. I don't care how long it takes me. I'm getting this hairstyle. If no one's gonna help me, I'll do it on my own. And it was just like the same thing with the barber, where I didn't want to go to a loctician or anyone like professional, because one, I didn't want to pay that much money for it, and two, I just didn't want to go risk it. I didn't want to go like risk like getting the virus or anything just to get a hairstyle. So I was like, it's okay, I get. So I was like, it's okay, I can do it myself. So yeah, and then like one time my mom was like walking from her. I was in the living room, so my mom was like walking from the kitchen to her room, and the look she had on her face was like one of like so much pity. Like I don't think I've ever seen anyone look at me that way. In that she felt so bad for me, like struggling with like my 4 little strands, trying to part a small section for the 5th one on the second row. And she just shook her head and she was like, take those out, get all the products you need. I'm gonna go to my room real quick and come back out and do them for you. And I was like so happy and so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, like it's happened. Like she finally agreed. And then I was like, who knew that all it would take for my mom to like finally cave and do them for me was to see me struggling and just like stressing out over it.
Hello, let's celebrate that.
And yeah, she really came through with that. Like she put on One Piece because she loves that anime. So we were watching that as she was doing my hair, and she like started from the back, and like so she parted them in way better than I ever would have done it. And then so she did like each row of locks, and each row she took a picture of it to show me like what the progress was looking like and how it looked, and whether or not like the size and how many were there, and like if the parts were like, because like as you can see, like my parts, like they're not like all one row, like rows like stacked up like bricks in a way. So I actually do it like that for me, so like it doesn't look too uniform. And until she would send me a picture, like she would take a picture each row she did and show it to me and say like, oh, is this like what you had in mind? I'm like, yeah. So it and like the way she did it, she didn't twist it out in like the way I was like doing it before, like use the coil comb and twist it, and then like the lock gel to hold it in place. Instead, like when she parted and sectioned them off, she braided the sections of hair, and using the lock gel, but she braided them instead of like twisting them. And so the plan is like as my hair grows out, like the more new growth comes in, I'll retwist them. Like I'll still twist them to twist in that new growth, and then after a while, like the small braids. After a while, the small braids on the tips here will come out, and I'll be able just to twist them up, and then I'll end up like having full twists and everything. So yeah, we started like 11 at night. That took like 3 hours to do, and I didn't expect it to like take that long, because like I had like my hair had been grown out, but I didn't have like a huge afro or anything. Like it was like, as you can see by how short the locks are, I didn't have that much hair to begin with, so I was surprised it took that long. But yeah, she did it, and but I still had, because remember my hair had been growing out for like months now, so the sides were still like, there's still like a lot of hair on the sides, and I made my hairstyle look like really weird to have this part locked up and the sides grown out. And then so I have clippers, so I asked my mom just like to shave it low, so that way like having the top locks wouldn't look weird with like all the hair grown out on the sides, and it would like look really nice. She didn't line it up, and I'm glad. I don't want anything like to be messed up with the lineup or anything. I just like, whenever I am able to go to the barber shop, I'll have them take care of it. But until then, I'll just like do the clippers to shave it down and keep this part low. And yeah, so like afterwards, like she would look at me, like she smiled, and she's like, you know what? These look really nice on you.
But baby, look at the material. I mean, look at the material. You'll be the judge.
And then yeah, so like that's the story of how I went from never having my hair grown out to having locks. And yeah, so like the plan is now like obviously just to maintain them. I'll like wash them, so I'll try to wash them like every 3 weeks. And like in between then, the only thing I'll be putting in there is like oil to like keep my scalp hydrated and everything. Oils that I use, one thing that I like every other night, I'll put oil in my hair after I get out the shower. And it's like the same stuff that my mom uses that she lets me use, because she also oils her hair every other night. So first we use the Rosewater. Like we use this, we use this brand of Rosewater to spray on our hair first. But yeah, we use this brand of Rosewater first, and like just spray my hair, and that helps. And then I put oils in it afterwards, and that helps keep the oils trapped in the hair. And also Rosewater just is good for your hair. I don't know what it is exactly, but I know it is good for it, and it feels nice, it smells nice, so there's really no harm, no foul. And then I use like this oil right here. Like it's not brand or anything. It's like a mixture that my mom came up with on her own, and it's like a mixture of oils. It has coconut oil, it has Jamaican black castor oil, it has peppermint oil, tea tree oil, and like she said it had like a few other oils she forgot, like those are like the main ones she remembers, but the other ones she didn't quite remember what's in there. So yeah. But like each oil that she added like has some kind of health significance. So like the Jamaican black castor oil, like it like nourishes your scalp and like strengthens it a lot. So that'll help, and like that nourishes your scalp and strengthens your roots. So then that helps your hair growing. It helps with your hair growth, because if your roots are strengthened, then they're growing out fully, as like your locks are growing out, instead of being thin when they grow, like having thin roots, and then next thing you know, like your locks end up breaking off because your roots are too thin and they're not able to hold the locks. So that Jamaican black castor oil is like helping to strengthen the roots, so make sure that when they grow, you're able to retwist them without breaking off your locks and everything. Coconut oil is it moisturizes your hair and like prevents breakage, and also adds like shine to it. I don't know if my scalp is shining right now. I mean, it feels nice, but I don't know if it's exactly shining. But yeah, that's also just an added way to like upkeep your locks. The tea tree oil, like I said earlier, is like both tea tree and peppermint are like when your scalp gets like itchy and everything. When you apply it, it'll like soothe your scalp. Peppermint oil also promotes hair growth, just like the Jamaican black castor oil. I don't know exactly how it does, but many sites say it does. So yeah. Tea tree oil, like it just moisturizes your scalp and hair and everything. And then so that mixture of like those oils are like all doing something to your hair to help keep it healthy and strong. And yeah, so that's all I really add to my hair every other day, is like the Rosewater and the oil, so that way I'm not putting in too much. And then like also like putting it in every other day as opposed to like every single day can also like prevent like the buildup of the oils. Like, you know, if you're constantly putting the oils on your hair every single day, then it could make the oil like build up on your scalp. It's gonna end up causing more detrimental effects than like all the benefits of those oils on your hair. And it's something that you have to make sure that you wanted. And like so far, like this is something that I really want, and I'm like really excited to like be able, like not even to like get the length that I want them, but also to be able to take part in the journey to get there. So I'm excited for both the end result and what I have to do to get there, and like just the constant, every step that I have to take. Like thinking about it makes me excited, and thinking of it makes me happy. So yeah, so like that's my story of how I went from practically no hair to now locks. I'm just like really excited to see how it goes. So I'll keep you all updated on, you know, like how I'm going with my journey, like if I have changed my products, if I've changed different if I've changed how I go about oiling my hair, or like doing whatever to my hair, changing oils to my hair. Maybe it's not working out or something. I'll keep everyone updated on my lock journey. And yeah, so like if you stuck around for this long in the video, I'm pretty sure it's long by now. I don't know how long exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's long. So if you stuck around, first and foremost, thank you. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button. If you didn't like it, yeah. Also subscribe. Because I won't be just having lock videos, I'll also be having rants. And so next week's video will be a rant on Netflix, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in to Nobody Asked Chris.